Francis Gilbert of Laurelland St. David, who resided at Westerhall Heights, agency manager at Pan American Life Insurance Group, passed away in New York on Saturday, 4th April 2020, at the age of 71. He was the husband of Merle Gilbert in New York, father of Jason Gilbert and Perron Gilbert in Grenada, Vanessa Gilbert Dorset, Perry Gilbert and Keyshawn Gilbert, all in New York, brother of Maria Francis, James, Joseph and Austin Gilbert, grandfather of 13, great-grandfather of 3, nephew of Emmanuel, father-in-law of Jerry Dorset, Alona Fort Gilbert and Shauna George Gilbert, brother-in-law of Merlin DeGans, Esther Belfon, Claro Gilbert and Michael Francis, many nieces and nephews in England, Canada, the USA, Tortola, Trinidad and Grenada, other relatives and friends including Herman Sylvester, Carvel Cave, Nigel and Samintra Abraham, Margaret Forbes, Pamela Ed, the Gilbert, Greenwich, Belfon, McSween, Moses, Blackett and Entwine families, the management and staff of Pan American Life Insurance Group, and other members of the insurance fraternity, members of the Gospel Hall Assemblies, and neighbors and friends of Laurelland and Westerhall Heights. A memorial service for the late Francis Gilbert of Laurelland St. David, who resided at Westerhall Heights, will take place on Sunday, November 10th at 4 p.m. at the Calavani Gospel Hall. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Veronica Roberts, also known as Vero of the Point, Caliste, who resided at Frequenty St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26 October 2024, at the age of 84. She was the mother of Teresa Roberts and Nancy Campbell in Canada and Richardson Roberts in Grenada, grandmother of Kendra Walker and Cassandra Roberts in Canada, Chanel Charles in the USA, Kellen Roberts, Crystal Dundas, Raquel and Amir Roberts, great-grandmother of Corey Charles, Harvey Roberts, Nicholas and Naomi Walker, Eliza Brown and Chaya Brown, sister of Anastasia Rayburn in Grenada, Irika Roberts in the United Kingdom, Geneva Skeet in Canada, Marilyn Charles, also known as Lady Venus in the USA, Terrence, Glenn and Pim Duncan, Bertrand Campbell and Elliot Skeet in Grenada. Many nieces and nephews, including Sally Ann Smith. Many other relatives and close friends, including Molly Frederick and family, Harris Roberts and family, the Smith, Mason and Roberts families of Caliste and Frequenty, Maureen Peters, the Snag family of Caliste, the pastor and members of the Grand Anse Baptist Church, and friends and neighbors of Caliste and Frequenty. The funeral of the late Veronica Roberts, also known as Vero, of the Point, Caliste, who resided at Frequenty St. George, will take place on Tuesday, November 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grand Anse Baptist Church, Morris Bishop Highway, and entombment will be at the Family Cemetery, Caliste. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Sheridon Crispin Thomas, also known as C. Gugu, of Central Grove Estate, St. John, died on Friday, September 27th, 2024, at the age of 49. Left to mourn his loving children Gabby Thomas and Devontae Coutain, sisters Jessie in Canada, Barbara Ashton and Lisa Thomas, both in the USA, and Najuma, brothers Jesse, Losky, Dominic, Paul Ashton, Shagari in Carolina, and Stephen Ferreira, also known as Riverboy. Close friends and family, Merrill Hutchinson and family, Michael, also known as Blacks and family, Odette Quashi and family, Annette Simeon and family, the Wilson, Banfield, Charles, Palmer and Thomas families, and the Williams family of St. Dominic Street, Grove. The funeral of the late Sheridon Crispin Thomas, also known as C. Gugu, of Central Grove Estate, St. John, will take place on Wednesday, November 13th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grove Anglican Church, according to Baptist rites, followed by interment at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Agnes James, also known as Althea McPhee, Shorty and Short Girl, of Loretto Grove Estate, St. John, passed away on Saturday, 19th October 2024, at the age of 87, left to mourn her close companion Cyril Alexander, 7 children Eunice, Ennis, Bertrand McPhee, Veronica McPhee Cato, Janice McPhee Thomas, Michael Duncan, and Nathaniel James. She was the sister of Glennis in Canada, Rose and Vita Charles in Grenada. Grandmother of 23, including Lester, Kevin, Davidson, Lascelles, Aloma, Dario, Nelon, Joshua, and Cadon. Great-grandmother of 32. Great-great-grandmother of 6. Mother-in-law of Lloyd Cato, Dexter Thomas, and Veron Duncan. Aunt of many in the USA, Canada, and Trinidad, including Burgess Quacko McPhee in the USA, Beatrice, Maria and Alvin McPhee, Jenny Charles, Michael Woods Wilson in Grenada, and Andre McPhee in Trinidad. Other relatives including the Charles family of Victoria, Dr. Alistair Antwine, cousin Vernus Alexis and family, the McPhee family of St. John, the Alexander family of Central Guava State, Jean Duncan and Cletus Louison of Guava State, Lucille Douglas and family of Guava State, the Barry and Cato family of Guava State, Michael Richard, Claude Bain, Pastor Mathena and family of the Faith Independence Baptist Church of Loretto, the James and Joseph families of Tivoli, and Tina Barry and family of Happy Hill, other relatives and friends of Loretto, Central, Guava State, Florida, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Agnes James, also known as Althea McPhee, Shorty and Short Girl, of Loretto, Guava State, will take place on Thursday, November 14th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church, and entombment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Jippy Bowen of Mongeloo St. George, a former employee of the Magistrates Court St. George's, passed away on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, at the age of 66. He was the husband of Teresa Bowen, father of Petrina, Christine, Antonia, and Kayli, grandfather of Ori Thomas, brother of Beryl Isaac, Myrtle Jeremiah, Joy Bowen Thomas, Gemma, Hank, and Michelle Bowen, son-in-law of Agnes Pascal, brother-in-law of Desmond Isaac, David Jeremiah, Winston Thomas, Winston Lewis, Augustine, Patrick, and Anne Pascal, uncle of 14 including Patrick, Anne and Karen Bowen in the USA, Judy Bowen, Sherry and Courtney, Ian and Leon Bowen, Andre Bowen in Canada, and Jason Mapson. Granduncle of 38, great-granduncle of 17, caregiver and good friend, Joel Hunt. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends, including the Bowen family of Mongeloo, Marion, St. David, St. Patrick, and in Trinidad, the Goddard and Jones families of Happy Hill, the Moore and Binder families of Calavini and Marion, Hilda Francis and family of Marion, the Lewis family also of Marion, Troy Phillip and family of Mamacan, Cindy Blake and family of Woburn, Marva and Lindsay Cohen and family of Mount Carmel, the Charles, Pascal, and Edwards families of Mount Craven and Fontenoy, the management and staff of the River Sally Credit Union, and friends and neighbours of Marianne, Calavini, Woburn, Woodlands, Mongeloo, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Jippy Bowen of Mongeloo St. George will take place on Thursday, November 14th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to Roman Catholic rites, and interment will be at the St. George's Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. James Ted Joseph, commonly called Ted, of Windsor Forest, St. David, who resided at Happy Hill, St. George, retired Senior Extension Agricultural Officer, passed away on Thursday, October 31st, 2024, at the age of 84. He was the husband of Elsa Joseph, also known as Emily or Musi, father of Pastor Anne Natasha Joseph, Damien Joseph, and Verna Mitchell in the USA, Dillion Joseph, Carrie Lewis, June and Kathy Ann Jones, Derek and Andy Andrew in Grenada, and Andrea Williams in the United Kingdom. Brother of Margaret Netta Joseph. Grandfather of 29 including Daniel, Marcus, Menon and Destiny Joseph, Jelani Mitchell, Celine Lewis, Justine Jones, Anton Andrew, Karen McSween, Neilon Antwine, and Abira Williams. Great-grandfather of 12. Father-in-law of Dolores Frank Andrew, Beverly Thomas, Stephen Williams and Winsley Charles, brother-in-law of Doyle and Gracelyn Mitchell and Leonard Batiste, Gloria Charles and family in the United Kingdom, Merlin Twine and family in Trinidad, and Gregory Batiste in Canada. Many nieces and nephews, including Irma Lynch, Silas and Gabriel Mitchell, Donna Charles, Anastasia de Silva, Verna Brazan, Teresa, Pascal, Marjorie, Diane and Nicole Joseph. Many other relatives and friends, including Dr. Jude and Twine and family, Nurse Ruth Bishop, Nurse Jennifer Thomas, Anthony and Charmaine Hood, Roy Pascal and family, Teacher Anna, Laurel Bartholomew and family, Josh and Agatha Welch, Ronnie, Josiah, Jeffrey, Christine and Suzanne and Twine, Indra Baldio, Wilfred Charles and family, Claudette Hood, Mrs. Muriel Mitchell and family, Helena Sandy, Teresa McQueen, Lelia Gittins, June Patrick and family, Keisha Sylvester, Mr. Bennett, Romeo and Twine, Godfrey Augustine, Henry Nurse, Roosevelt Haling, Malachi Dottin, Mr. Honoré, Mr. Regis, the Joseph, Telesford, Gabriel, Brazan and Samuel families of St. David, the Francis family of St. Paul's, the Batiste family of Grandmole, the Mitchell family of Happy Hill, Stephanie and Twine and the Boys on the Block, members of the Uganda Martyrs Catholic Church, and neighbours and friends of Happy Hill and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late James Ted Joseph, commonly called Ted, of Windsor Forest, St. David, who resided at Happy Hill, St. George, will take place on Friday, November 15th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Uganda Martyrs RC Church, Happy Hill, St. George, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Happy Hill. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Randolph Charles, also known as Randolph Campbell, Scotty and High Price, of Monthorn St. Andrew, who resided at Lackalome, Westerhall, St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 29th October 2024, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Randolph Charles, also known as Randolph Campbell, Scotty and High Price, of Monthorn St. Andrew, who resided at Lackalome, Westerhall, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Jacqueline Julian Blackman, also known as Jackie, of La Fortune St. Patrick, passed away on Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, at the age of 37. The funeral arrangements for the late Jacqueline Julian Blackman, also known as Jackie, of La Fortune St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Margaret Batiste of Grand Bacalet St. Andrew passed away on Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Margaret Batiste of Grand Bacalet St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
William Reason of Crowshoe St. Andrew passed away on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, at the age of 93. The funeral arrangements for the late William Reason of Crowshoe St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Camille Charles, also known as Baby, of Victoria St. Mark, passed away on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, at the age of 37. The funeral arrangements for the late Camille Charles, also known as Baby, of Victoria St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Elsa Cuffey of St. John, who resided in the United Kingdom and at Calivany St. George, passed away on Thursday, October 24, 2024, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Elsa Cuffey of St. John, who resided in the United Kingdom and at Calivany St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Beresford Carlton Doyle, also known as Phantom, a well-known taxi driver of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided at Bolio St. George and Malty St. David, died on Sunday the 27th of October at the age of 88. The funeral arrangements for the late Beresford Carlton Doyle, also known as Phantom, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided at Bolio St. George and Malty St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Teresa Harris, also known as Mong and Auntie Mong, of Coast Guard St. Mark, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd October 2024, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Harris, also known as Mong and Auntie Mong of Coast Guard St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Cletus Aidan Sylvester of Content St. David, who resided in Tortola, a former police officer attached to the Coast Guard and former employee of Grentel Cable and Wireless, died on the 11th of October 2024 at the age of 60. Funeral arrangements for the late Cletus Aidan Sylvester of Content St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
I am Godwill James, an MD and a member of Gateway Assembly. Medically, death is regarded as an end or a cessation of life. Different groups view death in different perspectives. While some regard death as a continuation of life, others view it as an infeeble form of life. As a Christian, we may want to view death as a separation of the soul from the body. So, whichever way one may view death, I want to say that may the gentle soul of the faithful departed rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.